To get a good laugh this weekend while watching some of the biggest comedy stars out there?
Jon Hamm, Odenkirk, Fred Armisen, and Weird Al are just some of the stars participating in Festpocalypse, a virtual variant fundraiser for San Francisco Sketchfest.
Our Michael Bruno goes behind the screens to check it out.
SF Sketchfest is a durable event that's withstood the test of time. But what does it take to put on a project of that magnitude? To find out, we brought in comedy festival expert Sarah Greenwood Boone-Green. How you doing, Sarah?
I'm doing good, Kirk. I'd be happy to walk you through the nuts and bolts of SF Sketchfest.
SF Sketchfest is a comedy festival that was started 20 years ago now, in San Francisco to celebrate all forms of comedy. We started out as a sketch comedy festival, and then we added stand-up and improv and films and music. And over the years, we've been able to bring some of our comedy heroes to the city for a 3-week-long festival that includes over 200 shows and nearly 1,000 performers every year, every January.
Lost and found. If you lost it, we find it, maybe.
So we decided to just do one big, huge virtual show, which is coming up this Saturday, January 30th. It's going to be one very long, 100-plus performer show with tons and tons and tons of great comedy legends and the biggest names in comedy. It's going to be pretty fantastic.
We have people like the Kids in the Hall, David Cross and Bob Odenkirk from Mr. Show, Lorraine Newman of Saturday Night Live, and a bunch of other amazing Saturday Night Live alumni from sort of across the span of that show. Jane Lynch and Christopher Guest. It's kind of an endless list. When you sort of look at the lineup, you go, this can't just be one show, but it is.
The 90s had the swing dancing revival.
How did the three of you initially meet each other, come to put this all together?
Well, we were all students at San Francisco State University, and we met when we all kind of became part of a sketch comedy group called Totally False People. That's kind of where this whole thing came out of. We were doing shows around the city, but there weren't a lot of places to do sketch shows. You couldn't really do them at comedy clubs because people would be like, what is happening? And theaters were like expensive. You had to rent them for a run. So what we did is we banded together with 6 other local sketch teams we kind of knew from the scene and rented a theater for a month called the Shelton Theater in Union Square, a little 75-seat black box. Did little cabaret shows of 2 groups a night, and then like the last week, all the groups doing shorter sets, and got some coverage in the date book and sold everything out and went, oh, there's something here.
With my special ghoul friend, roast mistress Coco Peru.
We never, ever imagined that anybody famous would come to the festival. And then the first year went so well that the second year we thought we kind of got a little bit bold, and we said, let's invite some people from around the country and let's try to get somebody famous. And so we were able to track down the legendary Fred Willard, who, the actor from, all the Christopher Guest films and Fernwood Tonight. And we had a mutual friend, and we somehow got a letter to him and said, will you come to this fledgling event and perform with your sketch group? He had a little improv sketch group in Los Angeles. And to our total surprise, he said, yes, I'll come. And that sort of put us on the map.
Michael Bruno joins us now. The lineup is unbelievable.
It's astonishing how many people have said yes to them, and it's great. I mean, it's a wonderful, wonderful project, and it's interesting to see how it started just this small little sketch comedy group 20 years ago, and now they've got these mainstream, hard-hitting headliners doing the Festpocalypse now.
It's so cool to see just how artists have changed because of the pandemic, just to be able to still make people laugh and do all these really cool things, but just change the way you do it.
Exactly. And, it's like, what are most of these people doing right now? They can't go on tours. They can't appear in person. All the comedy clubs are closed. So this is a wonderful way to keep them, keep them on their toes and keep us all entertained at the same time. It's really encouraging.
How long is this show? Like 5 hours?
I think it's a really long time, but you can once you log on to sketchfest.com, you can pause it and keep it and watch it later on. I think it's probably going to run more than a couple of hours.
All right, it's Festpocalypse, a virtual variety show fundraiser for SF Sketchfest. A digital ticket starts at $20 with different packages costing more. It starts tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. More information at sfsketchfest.com. You ready? 3, 2, 1, it's
Friday!
There's Jim.
Hey!
Stay warm this weekend. Keep the show handy.
Yes.
More snow.
Yeah, I know you love snow, Jim, so.
Oh, you adores?
Good for you. Have a good weekend.
You too. You too.
We'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.